What is cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. I'm Justin Sofro. With me today, as always, is my guy, Julian Genotti. How are you, sir?
I- I'm
Oh,
kidding.
no. Say that one more time. You're.
um, yeah, um, yeah, the internet today, like you said, the Canadian internet.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad, guys. Let's give it just a second. I want to see if it'll even out a little bit. I also forgot to say, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. I said welcome back whenever I did my other liner, but I was doing the Bianconeri Zone. I forgot that part. But you're in the Bianconeri Zone live. This is the official, or not official. It's the Bianconeri Zone's official post game live stream for the Juventus Lazio match, winning 0-2. I guess it's so weird still to me to do the way soccer scores work, where you say 0-2 or whatever instead of just 2-0 no matter what. That kind of bothers me. How are you doing over there? Are you working now? Let's see.
Is my voice? My voice is working. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's working now. It was cutting a little bit, but
Yeah. Okay.
we have a couple guys in the chat. Mohammed's already saying, "What's up, Mohammed? Appreciate it. What's up, Crazy Ray?" Mohammed's already saying it's because of Trezeguet. Julian he's haunting you.
Yeah, I was fine yesterday, but apparently today
I
it's
what
not good.
yeah. What I wonder is I don't know if it may be something with connecting with, because you use Ecamm with me and you use something else with Alejandro. I think he uses, I don't know what he uses, OBS or something like that. Maybe.
We use Skype. We use Skype and OBS with uh, Ecamm, right? So you just muted yourself. You're the one who has to be pulling the strings here, not me.
Let's try. Let's do this. Go ahead and pop on Skype real quick, guys. We're gonna do a little on-air managing here, and to see if this will work out. I'm gonna pull up Skype. Stick with us, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll go ahead and throw this up there. Alejandro's doing this on there. He says, join the members club so Julian can get some new Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's Julian's fault. I mean, we're just going to blame it on Julian. Let's see. I'm kidding. All right, let me find you personally on here. All right. We're okay. You're. Oh, crap. Okay.
This
Say what?
this Ecamm.
This is Ecamm. I'm trying to call you on Skype, but I'm trying to find the call. I guess if I start the call and only you join, that'll work. So we'll just do that. All right, we're starting the call now, guys. So give me just a second. We're gonna see if this is gonna work. We're gonna try and trade these over. But yeah, definitely we need to figure out something. If we get enough, what's it called, members, eventually we'll be able to get Julian out of Canada, and he'll be able to have good internet. Let's see. I'm calling you. Is it working? Let's
Yeah.
see. All right. Let's see. Here we go, guys.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, one sec.
Are we doing this live on right now?
Yeah, it's kind of messing with stuff, so give me a sec. I apologize, guys. We're on live. I don't know what's going on here. Everything's broken. Everything's broken. It's all a mess. Hopefully we'll get this stuff fixed in a sec. I think also, I know we're live, so I'm going to keep talking for those that can't hear me. Basically, what we have going on here is, I think the problem with Skype, anytime you run Skype or anything like that, is that it slows down your freaking computer so much. So whenever you do a live with Skype, it's borderline mess.
This is what we got right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix Ecamm,
Okay. Yeah.
but it's running messed up right now because of that. So give me
Oh,
a sec.
I'm on.
Oh, did I pop you on there? Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
So as long as you're
Not
good,
though. You're not though.
we'll be good in a sec. And I think, yeah. Oh, no. No! Let's do this. Actually, we're switching. We're going to switch positions. Ready? Here's what we're going to do. All right. We're going to add me. And we're going to add you. And we're going to move him out of here. There we go. Now we're good, guys.
Nice.
Welcome
Are we
back.
cooking?
Yeah, it only took us 5 freaking minutes of running this entire channel into the ground to get us going. So what's up, everybody? This looks a lot better. I don't know why Ecamm doing that is struggling right now. It could be just me processing it. I don't know. But it's an issue. Like I said, if you guys pay us enough money, we'll move Julian out of Canada. We'll get him some better internet service. Or it could be me. We'll just buy me a better computer. Though this one's been good enough for so long. Anyway. Obviously, I've spoken a little bit. If you all have watched the video so far, Alejandro and I did an immediate post-game reaction take where we go into it and we talk about our immediate thoughts and feelings regarding the game. Julian's not in there for those, so I'm going to let Julian have the floor now that he looks good and is sparkling clean on here, and you can tell us exactly what you felt following this match and the 2-0 victory, or 0-2, whatever.
I do look good. Thank you. However, I agree with you. Firstly, with the North American sports, like the first score or the higher score should always be set first.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. Like Juventus won 2-0. They didn't win 0-2.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it's something that'll never work for me. It'll never work. I'm gonna keep saying 2-0. Y'all can go to hell.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I think I'm gonna do a timeline for my reaction. Mm-hmm. So it first started with Agresti tweeting out the lineup.
Yeah. And
us figuring out it was a 3-5-2. So I said something very just out of the blue. I said, I feel why is Allegri starting Luca Pellegrini? Which I thought, like, why the hell would he do that? Mm-hmm. Because we've seen in the 2 or 3 appearances he's had in the preseason, the guy's not good enough.
Yeah.
So then everyone on Twitter, there was like 6 or 7 people going at me saying, well, just watch, wait and see. And then some people are telling Alejandro, hey, he's got a great first touch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell are people talking? Like, we've seen him 3 times this year and a preseason. There's a reason why he doesn't play.
Yeah.
But anywho, so match starts. Worst case scenario, our most reliable guy hurt, Danilo. And everyone was saying knee injury. There's no chance it was knee injury. It was right under his groin, like that adductor area.
Yeah.
And that could be, if he has to have surgery on that, that's not good. He's done for a couple months.
It was confirmed while we were doing our other video. Alejandro pulled it up, and Romeo Agresti said it was. I'm adding it up. I'm making it more Italian. Agresti did confirm that it was an adductor. So that's,
okay.
What's that? That's at least a month, right? Or is that more than that? I mean,
depending on the severity, it looked pretty bad because his knee or his leg went the other way where it's supposed to go. So if you rip something there and he actually has to have a surgery, look out. That's time. But hopefully it's best case scenario. I'm knocking on wood. So that happened after 12 minutes, and guess who comes on? The Ginger Prince, Dejan Kulusevski. Perfect. I'm happy. So we will go from a 3-5-2 to a 4-5-1 in formation-wise. And I'm like, you know what? This could be interesting with Chiesa on one side, Kulusevski on the other. Yeah. It wasn't a traditional 4-3-3 only because Chiesa and Kulusevski were asked to come back so much. So I wouldn't even have called it a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
But whatever. This is what we wanted on Friday. Alejandro and I talked about it, like why Kulusevski needs to play more than 12 minutes or more than just a defensive role as an attacking player.
Yeah.
And it happened. So, you know what? We played very defensively organized. Were you scared at all that Lazio was going to score?
No, that's one of the weird things. I'm a pessimist by all nature. Yeah. Like, my feeling always is they're going to come back. Today, I did have a feeling of, I don't know, I felt all right. Like, I don't know how else to say that, and I felt like I had a country accent came out when I tried to say that. But I felt all right. Like, I literally felt like they could win, and they could have 1-0, and they would have been fine. And I felt like that.
Yeah, today, exactly.
But
today was one of those days. They had one shot on target. It was like the Torino game.
Yeah.
They had one shot on target from outside the box, and nothing else was even close. Mm-hmm. Nothing else was scary. Nothing else was even close. And go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I was going to say, but I did have my frustrations of if there is a breakdown and something happens, you have at least, and I think Muhammad brings it in. I think I highlighted his comment here already, but it's not the one that's highlighted right now. But he does bring in this one and brings a good point. But it easily could have been 4-5-0. Like, easily.
For
if
sure.
You think about the chances, Kulusevski, not just to pick on your boy, Kulusevski, yeah. Chiesa even, Bonucci to begin the second half, Morata, Keane, there at the end.
Yep.
Like, there were lots of chances to score at least one goal. There is a little bit, I talked about this in the other video, of as positive as I feel from this win, and of course I feel good, and I'm not going to tell anybody not to feel good, and I know we're known as, we talk about that, the negative channel or whatever have you, but it's just more of we try to be realistic, we're not cheerleaders.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there is a part of me that was a little bit more of like, oh, our 2 goals came from the spot. And like, rather than like one on one from the pitch, one during live action or whatever, would have made me felt a lot better at this moment. That's the only thing that makes me a little bit concerned, is that it just took 2, which, gotta give Bonucci credit though. Bonucci should have been taking penalties for the Italian national team. I love his penalties. I love them. Every single time he just snipes it there in that upright corner, and he does it every time. I don't know how they don't catch on to it, or he just does it so fast. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the first time it was such a side netting strike that Reina dove the right way, and it was still not even close.
Yeah.
Like, that was a great shot. The second one, it wasn't as high and it wasn't as powerful, but it went in because he dove the wrong way. Mm-hmm. So good for Bonucci. Awesome. Good penalty kicks. But going back to your point of the goal scoring, like a free flow goal, I'm happy that we actually created those chances today. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm happy about. Going back, I think, and I've been beating this drum for a long time.
Yeah.
4-5-1, it could easily have been a 4-3-3 is the way to go. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get the 4-4. Like, Rabiot as tucked inside, not drifting outside all the time. He was good today, was he not? I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
He was good. Locatelli didn't have to do much, quiet, but he was defensively responsible, an absolute warrior, blocking shots and tackling. And then McKennie, he misplaced a couple passes, but you know what? He was still fine.
I want to get into him a little bit too. We were talking about that, myself and Alejandro, about McKennie and his play, and like, it wasn't particularly bad, but it was just the way we described it was more anonymous at certain parts of the match. Is the way it got.
That's fine for him.
Yeah, that's true. As long as you're not doing anything terrible to ruin the game. Yeah.
Like, he did have a couple of missed passes here and there, and like he's a couple times he got caught up and he was not in the defensive shape, but like, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Because you had the Rabiot and Locatelli in a midfield 3, which I've been stressing, coming back.
Right.
So it worked out well. And again, we had Morata. I don't know what he's doing with a scissor kick. I don't know what he's doing there. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Let him be him. Kulusevski, again, he messed up one of the 4-on-2s, but then right after, like 3 or 4 minutes later, Chiesa did the exact same with a very short pass to return pass. Yeah. So it's almost the exact same play. Kulusevski looked worse because he tripped over the ball a bit, but and then he missed a right-footed shot. Keane missed a couple chances. Like you said, Bonucci missed a chance. So we had created some decent chances.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was actually a decent game. Should we be convinced? I wouldn't say not yet, because we were going to play a 4-4-2 probably against Atalanta.
Yeah. I did feel good though. To me, it was kind of nice though to literally come back into a game against a pretty good opponent. This is not, the bottom of the table, whatever. You got Maurizio Sarri, who's done a pretty good job with this Lazio side so far. They don't have Ciro Immobile, but I'm not going to bash Ciro Immobile, but at the same time, he hasn't had the best. At least he hasn't looked like he had 2 years ago or so. But the one thing is, it's good to come back from the international break. I'm not going to say not everybody's healthy, obviously. I'm not going to go into a Ramsey rant or anything like that, or a Dybala rant either. Yeah. But to come back and look like the same team that went out there and beat Fiorentina, or maybe even, I don't know if I'd even say this was better than what I saw against Fiorentina. Because Fiorentina, you could argue there were lots of moments where it looked like, and I think Alejandro really points it out, that they had like no ideas, like when they were trying to create what they were doing.
Exactly.
So I like what I saw. Hopefully they can keep this up, because that's something that we brought up too, is literally Tuesday you've got the match against Chelsea. It doesn't matter, though.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter.
No.
I don't understand if you're a winner, you want to go out, or you're a winner. If you're a fan, you want to go out there and win. Absolutely. But you don't need to win. You don't even need to draw with Chelsea. You're good to go. You're Gucci no matter what. So that's like, I don't have to worry about it. Besides the money that you can make from it, which is important, it would be nice to have that money because you need every dime and penny right now to do that.
Yep.
But you can go out there, just take it off, make sure people rest and all that, honestly, if you really wanted to, and then focus on the Atalanta match. Because you have Atalanta coming up Saturday. Big match. Beat them. And then you've got basically until the winter break, I don't want to say you got smooth sailing, but you have games that you should go out there and win every single match. Knowing this Juventus squad, I don't expect them to go out there and not drop or draw, drop points.
Say, knock on wood.
Right, but you're not playing Inter, you're not playing Napoli, you're not playing, Milan, you're not playing any of those teams. You're playing Genoa, Salernitana, Venezia,
Bologna.
Yeah, teams like that. Teams that you should, God willing, I don't want to be this guy, but like be able to make up some ground in, especially if it was number 10 just pointed out saying Fiorentina, like you talked about too before we jumped on, Fiorentina up 3-1 against Milan. I don't know if that's changed. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now. But they were up 3-1 against Milan. If teams like this, and I don't even want to think about Milan and Napoli right now, but the most important part is making top 4, which right now
it's 3-2 now.
Yeah.
It's 3-2 now.
Well, we know how this is going to go. They're going to get a penalty late or 2 penalties. They're going to win. They're going to get saved, whatever have you. But anyway, we can go into this looking to scratch and climb our way back. I don't want to say to win it, but like to be in the top 4, which is the most important part. Right now, you're tied. Yeah. You're tied with Lazio at 21 apiece. The next one's close to you, or 25. It's not unheard of. You can definitely do that against. You got Inter and then Atalanta, so you can close the gap with Atalanta. Hopefully, Inter drops points. Anyway, I don't need to keep harping on that, but I think this is a good momentum building win that I hope Juventus can do that with.
That was, like you said, it was a 6-pointer because Lazio loses 3 points, and we gain 3 points. Inter plays Napoli tomorrow at 12. That's the game you got to keep your eye on. Not for Napoli, like you said, for Inter, people who are in 3rd and 4th place. Next week is another frickin' 6-pointer. Do we care about Chelsea? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do we care about the result against Chelsea? No. Mm-hmm. Do we care about Atalanta, the result? Yes.
Yep.
So I get that the Chelsea game is a big game and everything, and you don't want to get humiliated necessarily, but I'll take a 2-0 loss. I don't really care at that point. I'll take a 2-0. Fine. Go ahead. Be first and play PSG.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The next round.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Alejandro pointed this out yesterday. I think we've all said this. We're not, realistically speaking, we're not winning the Champions League this year. We just need to get our asses back into 4th place at least and get into next year and start again.
Yeah, I went into this not even wanting to entertain ideas of winning Champions League, but it has been nice having the success that we've seen so far.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, to even be able to dream of just a Cinderella run, really. Yeah. It's weird to say that because I'm thinking in terms of, college basketball, but it kind of is true right now when you look at what Juventus is on paper, right now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll get into a few more thoughts going forward. We can talk about a few of the other things we have going on to look forward to in the future. Let's see. I want to touch on a couple of these. Unholy Fun brought up and said, McKinney, again, can't give a 1.5 meter pass. He needs to personally train with Locatelli. I'd argue that some of the things you're expecting him to do that like a Locatelli does is not what McKinney brings to the table. Like really,
exactly. It's something different.
It's all about activity. It's about drawing away defenders. It's about ball movement or moving without the ball is what he does.
Creating space for others.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand. Yeah, it is frustrating that he can't, pass the ball or whatever he did. I don't even remember what they're bringing up right now. Do you remember that mistake that they're talking about?
No, just a couple of times where he misplaced a pass here and there, and it's like it killed momentum at some points. But again, we had 2 other players in midfield coverage that could deal with his mistakes today. And this, again, I'm going to say it again. That's how you got to play with this team. You got to pump up you got to put more midfielders in,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to have the wide players. There's no way this team should play a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You got enough players in midfield. Like, again, Rabiot had a really decent game. Why? He played in a role that he's probably comfortable in.
Yeah.
As a left center midfield, not left midfield / left wing / center midfield.
Yep. I mean, it's
McKennie had defensive coverage. Locatelli bringing them back in, keeping your defensive shape. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I'm going to touch on a couple of these questions because they fall into exactly some of the conversation that I want to bring up and I want to talk about from this game. Jeff was bringing up, about the comeback from Ibra scoring goals. I forgot he's back now. But
he's going to post a line picture saying, "I scored 2 goals."
Oh, exactly. Mohammed says a tactical move from Allegri to bring Kulu in to aim the attack instead of bringing a defender on for Danilo. I think he posted that a couple of times, but I did want to touch on that. It was an interesting move to go in that way and switch it up a little bit. I liked it for what it did for... I want to let you have the floor to talk about some of when it comes to Kulusevski and his performance today, because I can be a little bit biased because I feel like in this moment it would turn into like you and me battling Chiesa versus Kulusevski for the most part. When I say that, it's not really battling, but just like there were things that Chiesa did, like that pass maybe that Chiesa made to Kulusevski was behind him and kind of probably not
No, that was perfect. Chiesa did the right passes in front of him. Just Kulusevski had a shit touch. I'm not gonna deny that, and he was horrible there. But literally 5 minutes later, it was the exact same thing. Kulusevski played to Chiesa, and Chiesa took too long to pass it back. So if you're gonna kill Kulusevski for that, same for the Golden Boy, right?
Exactly. And no, that absolutely is true. I think one of the things where I'm torn right now is it comes down to, I'll go into it later, the comparison between, to me, I thought two of the worst, or not worst players, Kulusevski wasn't terrible, but the whole team wasn't terrible. It was just like, who were the players that I feel like had a couple issues overall, and I put two players that I like Kulusevski. I put him and I put McKennie there as the two players that, to me, that had the quote-unquote worst games. So when I say worst games, I don't think they're bad. I just think that they were... McKennie showed up for a little bit in the first half, and then he was anonymous. I forgot he was even on the pitch. I talked about it before. We've had times where Rabiot and Bentancur are my go-to players in the player ratings that are I forgot this player was even here today. A lot of the times that happens. McKennie became that today. Kulusevski is just some of his mistakes stuck out to me just because like they were like huge goals that Juventus should have had. And I think it's more probably disappointment of why I'm so critical in those moments to Kulusevski, who I still believe in a lot as a player. I do want to give him some props though too, especially didn't he have that one the shot he took that was
with his right foot?
Is that the one that?
By Reina?
Yeah. That was. I mean, he was doing as much as he could in that moment because nobody else gave him anything else to work with at that time. Yeah. And he had a good run going.
Yeah, I know that Acerbi's not the greatest defender in the world, but he cooked Acerbi 3 or 4 times that game. He turned him right in the middle of the pitch the one time. This is the part I was talking about where he passed to Chiesa, and then the return pass didn't come quick enough. Mm-hmm. That's where he first turned him. That was beautiful. Outside left foot, spin around, beautiful. Yeah. The second goal comes because he got the ball. Kulusevski got the ball, switched it over to Chiesa, and then he nicked it by Reina, and then Reina became a lunatic. Penalty shot, 2-0 us. Beautiful. Again, and this is the first time he was allowed to attack in with more than 70 minutes of play or something. Like he played 75 minutes, and he was trying to attack. Yes, he got dispossessed. I think it was 10 times, but he outdueled the other team 9 times. So realistically, the outcome's -1, which is fine. He's an attacker, and he's a 21-year-old attacker. Mm-hmm. He's kind of weak still. He needs to build some muscle a bit, or core strength at least.
Yeah, he's still very lanky. Just a lanky player.
It's like he's 21 still, and I thought he was actually pretty good today. Again, we know he got dispossessed a lot, but it's better than him getting dispossessed at half or when he's not a forward. Because when he's a striker up there and he's by himself, then you get screwed because then the ball's more central. When he's out on the right or the wing and he loses the ball higher up the field, then who cares?
Yeah. No,
you get the ball back.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely fair. I was a little bit. I think it's just more of like I want so much more for Kulusevski because I
Yeah,
feel
for
like I
sure.
know what he can do, and every time it just seems to be frustrating. And I'm not gonna throw in like a Bernadeschi comparison or anything because that's just not accurate at all right now.
No, no,
But just like I feel like he should be. There were small flashes in the beginning of the Pirlo era that I thought
yeah,
this is this is it. This is his. This is who he's going to be. Maybe this flashes back to what I saw from him at Parma, and I just want to
yeah.
see that come back personally. All right, I want to get to this question, and we'll keep moving through the chat. I think a lot of this I want your breakdown and stuff like that, but I do want to touch on this. The reason we go live too is to be able to interact with the chat, have people get their thoughts in there. Also, because we have to be out of here by like 5ish, because we got some stuff going on here locally.
Vlahovic, second goal.
Awesome. There we go. That's future boy. See, look, when he doesn't play against Delict, he's good to go. He's out there just, I don't know.
So yeah, so not including the Juventus game, he had a hat trick, and now he's got 2 goals and assists in his last 3 games. But that's including the Juventus game.
Whoever, yeah, we have a couple people, or no, I'm not. I think it was one person on the channel came in here and was saying, "Vlahovic, this is why we don't need Vlahovic." It's like, no,
Yeah,
this is
wow.
why we thank God that we have Delict out there. That's why this is why we're thankful that we have such good defenders. It's not just about Vlahovic. I mean, if he comes up against a good defender like Delict's level, then he might struggle again. But that's normal. Usman wants.
Sorry, before we go back, so. We're talking about how Delict's such a great defender. Simon Kjaer, who's getting absolutely pummeled by Vlahovic right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all game, he's getting bullied. He's a Ballon d'Or candidate. And our guy, Matthijs de Ligt, just sitting here.
Yeah.
Just shutting down everybody. Clean sheet, Fiorentina, no big deal. Clean sheet midweek for Holland after they conceded 2 against Montenegro. No big deal. Today against Lazio, no big deal. Clean sheet. What the hell?
Yeah. No, it's accurate. It's true. It is. There's so many players, or players like that we really do need to appreciate them for what we have while we have them right now. But definitely, I want to give more credit to De Ligt than I want to take away from Vlahovic. Is what we're saying. It's really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Usman's asking, Julian, your honest thoughts on Pellegrini's performance tonight. I saw your tweet earlier.
Okay, first half he was not great.
No,
he was fine, and again. There was one good passage of play he did when he shepherded the ball out of bounds because he got kind of beat, but then he made up for, I forget, it was either against Lazari or someone else. Okay. So, point A, he was whatever. He was all right, I'll say. Second half, he was very good. Half, he was very good. He kept the defensive line with De Ligt, Bonucci, and Quadrado. He was very good in tackles, and he didn't really waste the ball. So he was actually very good in the second half. But the first half, where everyone was starting to go ham, yeah, exactly. Alejandro. Yeah.
Get him at all costs.
He couldn't join tonight because he wanted to
watch Vlahovic. No,
yeah.
No, he's doing a lot of background work for the channel, and these guys have really stepped it up because I know I've been a little bit more spotty with work and stuff lately. So I appreciate you guys for all stepping up and doing our part here to help continue to rock and roll. That's a really
must be phrase today.
It will be. Anyway,
sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna end my Pellegrini talk. There was no reason for me to have so much confidence in him going into this game. So my original tweet, fine. I'm okay with it still. First half, he didn't prove me wrong. Not at all. Second half, he 100% proved me wrong. And it's a happy mistake I made.
Yeah. Let's
see if it continues.
Yeah, no, I was shocked too when after that because I know in the member group and I know Haneen and people like that can vouch for me and say they saw it. Just because I saw Haneen in the chat, but there were a couple of our members that were going there and just like were praising Luca Pellegrini. So I had to come in and be the bianconerizone urinator and come be like, okay, guys, he literally just had the ball taken from him because he played it too far from him. And then not only did that, he had the ball taken away from him, and then he fouled the guy with he kicked him immediately, as soon as it got taken away. So, but it was shortly after that happened that I was like, okay, guys, let's calm down here on our praises until we see what happened. And I was. Very, very few circumstances where this happens, but I was wrong. and I was wrong, and he deserves his credit in the circumstance. Guys, we have if we can get these likes up, I forgot to say it, but like, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. For some reason, it helps you get videos better. And then also consider joining our member squad. We appreciate all of our members, especially I see Haneen in the chat. I haven't really looked anywhere else right now, but I think Haneen definitely is one of our loyal members who's always, she's really good with our what we do here. Let's see. I'm trying to go through Usman saying, "You're Gucci." When was that a saying? I don't know. It's me being musty because I think it's something that I say it more ironically than whatever, because like I think kids say it or something, and now I'm just being ironic when I do it. I don't.
It's Gucci.
It's Gucci, bro. I don't know. To me, it's just one of those things. It's just fun to say, even though I know it's ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, Mohamed goes on to say it was the second half where Juve really did start to improve and attack more, and in the first half they were sitting back and studying Lazio, waiting for a counterattack. That could be it. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I was watching this again on my phone, and my kid was napping on me, so I had it was, trying to make sure this thing was staying asleep so I could watch the game. So I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I did notice a little bit more activity. Especially, I do want to give him credit. I'm not saying he was perfect, but I really liked what I saw. I saw a bit more tenacity from Chiesa. He seemed a bit more like, I don't know if maybe
he had some jump tonight.
It felt like maybe the struggles he's had throughout the last bit of the season, and then also internationally, if that really like somebody like sparked a flame with him. And he didn't have a goal, but I really liked the activity that I saw. It's the Chiesa that I expect to see and that I want to see out there.
The second penalty shot, I give him a goal for that. Like, obviously, a fake, like, you're the reason why we scored the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's just as good as any goal. So I'll give him a credit for that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Jockey Bro 369, damn girl fine. Suck to me one more time. I was gonna keep going with the song. Get low, look at 18 Willa, damn girl fine, so real. All right, Keane should start. I disagree. I mean, I don't know. I like Keane. I mean, he's been injured. He's been hurt for like a freaking month and a half. He's been gone. Like, it's hard to
see what I texted.
No, I'll be honest. What did you say?
So I asked that, or I said to everyone, I was like, wait, what was Keane's injury? And it was the classic muscle fatigue. Out for 17 days and 5 games for muscle fatigue.
That's not a muscle. There's no way. There's no way in hell that's a muscle. Okay, this is, and I'm not going to get on this question, but I'm just going to throw the question out. No, don't answer it. It's rhetorical. What is going on when it comes to like the Aaron Ramsey stuff, all this stuff like that, where the injuries, Dybala, where it's like, oh, he's not hurt, but he's not going to play. And the stuff like that happens, like,
yeah.
Are you not being transparent with us, as in Juventus, or is it the players? I don't know. I'm very confused by that.
J Medical doesn't provide rub and tugs.
It's fair. Hope you made what's up, my guy. Let's see. Usman goes on to say Kulu looked rusty as hell, though. I think he needs minutes. Poor guy looked like he was panicking in the final third.
Yeah, he was a little bit panicky, but again, like you just answered your own question. You need some more minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see Vlahovic goal 4-2. I did not see that. Sorry, I did not have the game up. So you guys are all breaking it to me, and I'm going slow on these chats just because I want to try to touch on most people. Okay, most people are just saying 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. Crazy Ray also says, we were talking about Moise Kean and everything going on there, he was saying that Keane did more in 15 minutes than Morata did the entire game.
You want me to talk, or
you can have it. I was about to say something. You can have it. That one's yours.
I think the way Allegri utilized the strikers today was perfect. Morata did his grunt work as usual. He actually had some really nice touches today. Mm-hmm. He could have finished that one way better, but regardless. And then Keane came on for the last 15 with tired legs, and he started to make runs across the back four, which if you watch our coach's corner, he likes to do. Mm-hmm. And he became a menace, and he could have scored. So I think the way that Allegri did that particular forward swap at that time was perfect.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the chat. Everybody's just blowing up with love for Milan getting smashed by Vlahovic and Fiorentina. It's just a ton of Hanines out here, Homo Juve's out here, everybody, Horizon, everybody's loving on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's try to see a touch on these. Anything? I guess one of the. Oh, it was fun. What's musty? Am I just too old? I think Gucci. I feel like that's not something you say anymore, right? I think that was something that was said like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, maybe not. I don't know.
That's musty.
Musty. You okay. It's something I say a lot. I say the term musty. It's just when something's old, when something's okay. The best way for me to describe what musty is and again, a lot of people, if you're not from America, you may not know this is Indiana basketball. Is one way I look at it. If you look at the Indiana Hoosiers, the candy striped pants, the red, the old like the red and white, the way it looks musty. It looks like it's not washed. It looks old. It looks like your great grandparents just pulled it out of there, whatever. That's what musty means. It just means old and like unappealing.
Fair.
4-3 now. Oh, it's full time.
It's done.
Okay, good. Okay, sweet. Now we can move on. That's good. We moved 3 more points closer to Milan. Hopefully Napoli drops point as well. I don't know who they play. I'll be honest, I have no clue who the other teams play right now because I just focused on Juventus after they've been struggling.
Inter plays Napoli tomorrow at 12.
Oh, perfect. Okay, give me a draw. Give me a draw. That's what I need. I think, right? Or who would you... Yeah, give me a draw. Give me a draw. All right. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the... unless anybody has anything really specific. Okay. Horizon has a couple questions. We'll get into those here in just a second. What I want to get into is what I want to look forward to this next match against Atalanta, but also like what players, I guess, where do we need to step up against Atalanta? Are you confident in how do they look as of late compared to be honest, the way they looked in the preseason when, Juve handled them pretty comfortably?
They've been better recently. They still leak goals. Like they're still very poor defensively. So I think you have to play what we did today. You have to do it again because it provides an attacking phase of play, but it also you're still solid defensively. I think so. They haven't lost since the first Manchester United game.
Okay,
and they haven't lost in Serie A since the beginning of October.
Okay, so it's a big challenge. It's definitely a big challenge there for Juventus. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like they can get it done. Is it at home or is it away? Do we know that? I'm trying to pull that up.
I think it's at home.
Okay, so that I feel better about that. That's the one thing where I'd be a little bit worried, a little bit more concerned about Juventus's chances there. But it's really, like I said, you can try to. I don't want to say rest guys, but you really just try to focus on even train. A lot of people go and practice thinking of, Chelsea. I would just literally just practice for Atalanta. Or does that sound wrong to you as a coach?
As a coach, as a professional coach at least, like if I was doing this, if I was doing this with my 16-year-old team, I would be focusing on Saturday. But if I was a professional like UEFA Max Allegri guy, you really can't do that because if you don't prepare properly and you lose 7-0, or like obviously we're not going to lose 7-0. If you get skunked like 3 or 4-0 or 3 or 4-1, then you lose confidence in the team.
Yeah,
because the players themselves, they want to win that game against Chelsea. They want to do well.
Absolutely. It's still the reigning champions.
Yeah, gosh darn well that Atalanta means more at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Atalanta hasn't had a clean sheet since September 18th against Salernitana. So it's been over 2 months since they've had a clean sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Usman saying we're in 7th, though. Actually, we're really tied for 5th. Yeah, there's goal differential and all that.
Yeah.
But you're 21 points. How often does it really come down to goal? I mean, it could, but right now, okay, never mind. It could. It definitely could. But what I'm saying is right now, I'm worried about the points. We're tied for 5th with Lazio and Fiorentina. Fiorentina has the same amount of goals, but then when it comes to, I guess, the win-loss draw, they have 7 wins and no draws. So I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the way I'm looking at it, point-wise, it's 21 points across the board between Lazio to Juve. And then Milan, again, what I'm trying to say is anytime Milan or Napoli lose, I'm going to be happy. So I don't know. It still helps.
Have every right. Yeah, for sure.
It's still, every time that they get 3 less points, it's helpful. So it's a positive thing. If you ever even dream about going, like I said, we just talked about that. We have the entire month of December really to get points, to start stockpiling some points in this race. So that's where I am. I think it's a possibility. Not saying that they're gonna get there, but you're saying there's a chance. That's all I'm saying. All I want is top 4. That's all I want. Give me the Champions League. Give me top 4. I know this is. You would have told me this a year and a half ago, and I think I was crazy that I'm over here just crying for top 4, and that's what I want, and I'd be happy. But what I'm saying is like my standards have lowered, unfortunately, because they had to. Let me so jump into this real quick. Let's go ahead and say this. So actually, that goes off what we're talking about. Horizon was asking, what are the chances of Juve in top 3 this Serie A season? I think
top 4 I'd want.
He says top 3 though.
I don't care if we're third. I don't care if we're second. Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. I think honestly they're not that bad. If you go out there, like I said, if you go out and beat Atalanta, get 3 points on them, then you are only 1 point away from Atalanta, or I guess maybe it depends. Have they played? Yeah, they played. They've already played.
They won 5-2 this morning.
Yeah. So they played. So you literally can get 1 point back from them, and then after that, you get all those other chances to stockpile points. Other teams are going to drop points. Atalanta and Inter are tied at 25 points apiece. It's really just that next step, which is the Milan and Napoli, that is really difficult. So right now, it's definitely doable. Getting to third place is 100% possible. It's a weird, no offense, Horizon. The way you ask that question is a little bit weird though, because third or fourth, what's the difference really when you think about it? When you look at it right now? I mean, I understand monetarily there's a difference, but what I'm saying with what we're looking at right now on the table, it doesn't matter.
No. Yeah. So you just want to get fourth. That's it. And I don't want to jinx this either, but you know what? I don't really care. If we go on a run of we need 7 straight wins to make ourselves comfortable. We needed one of those type of runs. You're on mute, I believe.
I know. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I did it for. Well, the reason I did it is just to be. This is a little bit too, not behind the scenes, but too much. Too much information. My allergies are bothering me, and you don't want to hear me mucusy like clearing my nose in your ear. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm going off so that way I can actually not do that in front of all of you guys.
But sorry, just to jump in again. December, you can't lose a game. You can't not win games. All 5 of those games, including the Champions League one, you have to win.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I don't care.
Yeah, what is it? Is it Malmo? I'm pretty sure. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the last game. It's at home against Malmo.
Yeah. There's no excuse for dropping those points. I mean, it's also, again, I also worry that those games, not saying that they could give us a false sense of confidence in the team and the way it's developing. But, I mean, honestly, you know what? Never mind. It shouldn't be false. It should be true, because if they end up winning those matches, those are not games that they always won last year. Those are not games that they always won to begin the year, with Ronaldo even. So at the same time, I'm not going to be worried about it. If he can go out there and do Max Allegri things and win 1-0 every single one of those games, I'll be happy. We'll see how it plays out. We'll take it week by week once we get there. But it's a really, really good opportunity to stockpile points. Like, I'm talking make a big move in the table. And maybe make something interesting by the time we come to March, it'll look more, I don't want to say feasible, because I'm not trying to urinate on dreams, but at the same time, it may, who knows that, Napoli and Milan may not look that far away. Horizon, you're opening a can of worms that I have this theory, and we don't need to go too much into it, but just asking, why is it that on all the teams in Serie A, Juve is the only team that has players with such weird injuries? You see the players playing for their national team perfectly fine, but then they come back to Juve injuries. I have my theories. We don't need to talk about it today. We can talk about it before, but I think a lot of us are starting to. It's either the player or it's Juve that's making that's keeping them from playing.
So, like, Bernardeschi, for example.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? He played against Northern Ireland, did he not?
Yeah, he got hurt against Northern Ireland, didn't he? Or was it the match
he was on the whole Yeah, he was on the whole time though.
Yeah.
Or not the whole time. Like he got subbed on, then he played the whole 90 minutes, and now he's hurt.
I think it was right at, was it, maybe I'm forgetting this. Maybe, like I said, it's been a busy week for me. Did he, I thought it was the injury came out after the match ended, like immediately. I thought that's what they said it. Like
yeah,
right after.
They said, like but what, I didn't see him get hurt.
It's a knock, man. It's a knock. It's a knock. I'm going to use that anytime my wife doesn't want me to do stuff at home or wants me to do stuff at home. I got a knock, babe. Sorry, babe. Can't do. Got a knock. But yeah, it's always, I don't know. It's again, everything in sports when it comes to any team or whatever, it's so, not shady. I don't want to use the word shady, but they don't have to be honest with you. They can literally come up with anything and they don't care. Yeah. They'll tell you if the player's dead or alive, and if he's playing, he's playing. But again, I can go into a whole rant about like how the hell is Dybala cleared to go, everything's fine, but yet now he's not playing. No, but he can't play.
Doesn't even make the bench.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Wild.
Anyway, Hanine says Milan and Napoli are too far away. Our competition, Lazio, Roma, and Atalanta. And that's absolutely fine with me right now. Like as much as it makes me kind of cringe to say that, I am more than okay. Get us into the top 4, get that money, buy Vlahovic, especially after today, buy Vlahovic, and I'll be good to go, and I'll be happy. And then we'll be stuck with...
Spend all the money.
Yeah, just spend all the money. Spend it all. Spend everything. Definitely rest of the players for Chelsea. And then she also said, for us, getting top 4 is better. If Inter lose tomorrow, Napoli is too far for now. Yeah, but Napoli and Milan are the same. I guess you're saying they're both too far away. But it is. It's a far hill to climb, but keep dropping points. I also just don't like Napoli. It's just me personally. I just don't like Napoli at all. Guys,
sorry. Going back to Napoli and Milan having decent starts, obviously very good starts to the season.
Yeah,
their Januaries will be kind of screwed because they're losing a bunch of African players to the African Cup of Nations.
Oh yeah,
that could possibly derail their season. Their Januaries let teams get back will be kind of screwed because they're losing a bunch of African players to the African Cup of Nations. Are you okay?
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it was weird. I don't know why. Oh, sorry. I had something pulled up on my phone, and it's mirroring to the computer. So I was hearing your voice like 2 or 3 times because I accidentally hit on our feed or whatever. So it was playing. It was like 3 of you were talking at one time. Go ahead.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I was just gonna say the African Cup of Nations might derail Milan and Napoli's season a bit, and allow other teams to get back into it, which could be nice. And
if there's anything we can hope for, it's other players getting injured. And
oh, jeez.
I'm kidding.
Is it doing it again?
No, I was just saying.
Or did you mute yourself?
No, I was doing the quiet thing where I was just like, no, it's okay if they get injured. It's easy. Yeah. I'm okay with it. At this point, I'll take whatever. Anyway. Horizon was clarifying. My question on top 3 was the consistency of the current team, like Milan and Napoli in the second half of the season, and that's catching up to them. Not to mention, it's just a theory. Oh, so you mean like consistency being the top 3, like the 3rd best team behind Milan and Napoli? I mean, anything's possible. I don't know how much I feel like I should trust in Milan and Napoli's consistency right now, but I don't know if I do, if that makes sense. We'll see.
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
like how long is Milan going to last with a 40-year-old and 35-year-old striker?
Yeah. No,
I don't get, like, it's 13 games into the season, and now they've hit their first rock, and they got absolutely pumped in Champions League. So,
yeah,
here we go. Like, it's 13 games. It's still not so early, but it's relatively early. We haven't even played every team yet. They haven't even played every team yet. Let's see after the first half of the season how far we are. If we're 10 points plus away, then it's like, okay, we're kind of effed here.
Yeah, Milan does Milan things, and then Napoli, like you said, all the African players, it could be a big deal for there. I want to talk about a couple other things, and then we can get out of here. I know we gotta hurry this up, but I appreciate everybody. If you're hitting here, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, like some of our videos, share them. We're gonna have another video going out later today. It's the the player ratings that I did for the channel, some of those may be a little bit, I don't want to say debatable, but actually you all debate everything I do, so it doesn't matter. You can go out there and debate it. It's fine. Because I want to talk about some of the players and their performances, especially those of, like you said, Kulusevski, McKennie, because McKennie wasn't bad, but it just was McKennie had been on a good roll of like 4 or 5 games now, and I wanted to see him continue that. Also, actually, let's just talk about this now. This is what I want to talk about. Arthur didn't get any running again. Is that anything that concerns you at all, or do you think it's just a because like McKennie, it was the one reason I'd say that is because I've said don't play Arthur just because, and I wanted Arthur playing, but don't play him just because McKennie's doing really well. If it's working, don't do anything to knock that out. Today he didn't have the greatest match. He, like I said, he was kind of anonymous in the second half. Maybe that's an opportunity to be like, hey man, let's get some rest. You're fine. Get some rest. Archer, go out there. I really just want to see him and Locatelli get more time together, playing together, to see how they really develop. And also Locatelli, I don't know. Like you said, he wasn't bad, but it was just getting on another one of those games there. He's a little quieter too, which maybe is not a bad thing. Or maybe to me.
Locatelli was very good with his long-range passing today. He didn't really make too many forward passes per se, but his switching of the ball was great. And his defensive shape, his defensive demeanor was, well, man, he's an animal. He loves Juventus.
And maybe that's it too. Maybe he was more. I'm looking for, like, obviously the creativity and stuff like that. Maybe what I'm thinking is I need to realize, no matter what I want from Locatelli, he is really more of a defensive midfielder, right? When it comes
for us, he is.
Yeah.
For us.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I'm over here just watching for him to really, just set up a goal, and that's not that's not all that he's really doing out there. Maybe that's
not what that's what he's not asked to do for us right now, because he's got Rabiot and McKennie in front of him. I'm not saying those two in particular are going to create, but Locatelli's asked to do a different role, and he excelled in it today. Like, he was the perfect defensive midfielder.
Yep.
He kept the ball well. He played the ball, sprayed the ball out wide perfectly, like I said, and his block shots, his tackles, his passion and energy and grinta, that was quality. Like, he was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, sorry, to go back a little bit what I said. So what are your thoughts when it comes to Arthur and him getting some playing time and getting some run with...
I'm personally not concerned. He should be concerned.
Yeah.
like I'm not, because it worked. It was fine. Maybe he plays against Chelsea and he starts from the beginning because it's a game, again, where it doesn't really matter, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it gives him the chance. But he's never going to start against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that back right away. But yeah, Arthur right now, just wait your turn, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I can say.
Well, I think it's also one of those situations, too, where it's one of those where, I guess maybe when I say concern, I mean, what's the concern for his future at Juventus? Because, like I said, his name started to pop up a little bit more as warming up for the transfer meter, or transfer, not
Good.
meter, that's our show, transfer market, anyway. But which will be fine either way. I actually like Arthur more than I thought I would. Not that I'm anti-Brazilian. I had a guy come and attack that, but like sometimes the Brazilian players don't always do it for me, if that makes sense, when it comes to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Horizon also said, but I agree, we need Vlahovic and better playmakers in the midfield. Yeah, definitely. If anything, today sold me on Vlahovic. Keeping Vlahovic for the future, or getting him and keeping, some kind of momentum going there to build off of in the future. Right now, we have 25 people in here. If you guys can hit that like button right now. But also, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to do this to you guys. We're going to have to wrap this one early. And I guess not early, but my computer, somehow during this, it froze it on 4:44 p.m. So I kept looking up here, and I'm like, it's really still 4:44, and it's not. It's not at all. Obviously, it's 5:03, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go because I gotta get a couple things done tonight. But don't worry, guys. We're gonna have another video dropping later today. If you haven't already, go check out the video that Alejandro and I did talking about our feelings after the post game as well. Make sure you leave comments in there. Let us know your feelings on it. But don't worry, we'll have a lot more content going into the future in the coming week to go over really this big. I know Chelsea's coming up, but this big Atalanta match and what it means for Juventus in their season going through it.
Yep.
Any other thoughts you want to say before we get out of here?
No, great. Good win today. Good defensive organization. Let's go. Let's do it again next Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Horizon. Appreciate you saying that. Saying thank you, guys. Keep it up as always. We always appreciate the support, and we appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out with us when we do these lives. And also, just wanted to make sure you all know these lives are not possible without the members that we have here, like Haneen, like Joey. I have a bunch of names like Kiwan. I want to make sure I say these names correctly, but we really appreciate each and every one of their support as we do this, and also it'll be a lot more fun once Alejandro gets it. We're still getting the final little details tweaked on it, but we're going to get some of you guys to come in and join us for some of these lives, especially post-match, to really get your feelings out there, rant, praise them if you want, whatever it is, we would do that anyway. But we appreciate you guys. Make sure you go and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on all the platforms that we listed below. Usually Twitter's a good way to catch each of us at our handles down there. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.